Hello there, so my name is Prue Nichols and I want to do a video about this new moon that's happening in Taurus on Saturday evening. So if you're in the UK, it will be at 9:27 p.m. So what is it that we need to be aware of when it comes to new moons? Because they are, without doubt, one of the most important times of our month. So when we look up at the sky, what we might see is that tiny sliver, we might not see anything. Often it's a dark sky. And atmospherically, there's an abundance of negative ions. Now, I know negative ions sound a bit negative, don't they? But they're actually an amazing feel-good factor. It's when we go to the beach, there's always an abundance of negative ions there. So there's almost more of a sense of flow and comfort within our bodies. So new moons are times of ease in many ways. But because there's not a lot of light in the sky, it's not like the full moon when the skies are lit and we can see lots of things. And traditionally, our ancestors around a full moon would have been frolicking and celebrating and connecting with people because they could see and do things in a way that they wouldn't be able to do when there was a new moon. So because it's more of a dark sky, there's more of a sense of being more introverted, but in a comfortable way. It's an amazing time for reflection. Now, I know we live busy lives, that actually we're not necessarily going to start pausing or slowing down in a way that our ancestors do, connected to the moon. But if we can, because our programs are still very much, our bodies are still very much programmed to be in harmony with this ancient lunar cycle. So if you can create some time just to step away from that busyness and just to reflect, how am I in my life? What do I want more of? What do I want less of? Now, this new moon is in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. It's a fixed earth sign, so it's got a stability. It's very much connected to the realities of life. What can I see? What can I touch? What can I smell? So it's interested in, I don't want to say necessarily being more cautious, but it's interested in security in many ways. It's also very much connected to money. So it's a really powerful time for us to consider around this new moon. How are these areas of my life? How is my money situation looking? How am I feeling physically within my body? Now, this new moon is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is all about love, harmony. So this is a really powerful time for us to think about how can we bring more pleasure into our lives connected to money and our bodies. It's also important for us to know that this new moon that's happening in Taurus is also an eclipse. Now, eclipses used to get a bit of a bad rap, didn't they? Our ancestors would not actually always know what an eclipse season or an eclipse would mean, so there could almost be that sense of unfamiliarity, that shock of what's going on in the sky. Things don't look as we expected. Now, what's wonderful about eclipses is actually they are there to help us step forward. This new moon is connected to the North Node. Now, the North Node is all about this current lifetime, fulfilling our potential, fulfilling the possibilities that the greatest version of ourselves wants us to do. So this is a really powerful new moon in actually looking to the future. Where do I see myself going? What do I want to put myself in place? This is a time for dreaming big, for thinking big, for going deep within ourselves to look to that future and think about what it is that I'd like my life to look like, especially around those Venetian themes of pleasure and balance and harmony and fairness in many ways. The third point that I really wanted to say about new moons is it's a really powerful time to create wishes. And I know it's bandied around a bit, isn't it? New moon wishes, new moon intentions. But there's something about that surge in nature that's calling for freshness, that's calling for something new within ourselves. So state it, whether you want to say it out loud, whether you want to write it down. Claim what it is that you want more of in your life. And then in 6 months' time, we will be having a full moon in Taurus. And that's a really wonderful time to look back and think, what was it that I was wanting to create? What did I stake my claim underneath that sky, that dark sky where I didn't necessarily know what the path was, but I had a sense that I could trust that this is what I wanted to create, and I'm going to trust that the right person's going to come onto my path, or opportunities that I wasn't necessarily expecting. Because I think there's something about a leap of faith that's required when it comes to setting our new moon wishes. It's dark. We can't necessarily see the way forward. We don't actually know how we're going to get there. That's a very North Node feel in many ways. The North Node is what drives us forward, what gives us that sense of fulfillment, but we don't always know the path. But know that when we are on track, when we are listening to that call of destiny, other people will appear to support us, to guide us, to help us step forward in whatever way we need that to be. So take some risks, dream big. And my final note is I just wanted to say that my program, The Big Three, is starting next month. It's on the 19th of May. It's for 3 Thursdays, and it's looking at the 3 most powerful influences in your astrological chart. So if you're wanting more information, drop me a message or send me an email at prue@pruenichols.com. Wishing you an amazing new moon in Taurus. Dream big, wish big, set those intentions, claim that greatest version of yourself.